One of the great things about creating software for yourself is you use it for yourself. And whenever we're using things for ourselves, we find features that we need and therefore other people will need as well. So today, as I was using DoMaster, of course, I realized that when I'm listing all of my data, there's an awful lot of data or ideas that I don't really want to lose. And if I have everything in my global database, that few software packages I'm using will back up that database. I'm not going to lose everything that I have installed in my main DoMaster location. So the necessity being the invention of mother, as I like to say, if we go over to our file manager, number 10 here, we'll see that number 2 is a new archive option that's neatly under our HTML report that will allow us to manage what I'm calling an automatic archive for obvious reasons. And then as much as I'm testing over here on Linux, I have on my D drive over on Windows, a folder called Data, into which I actually have all my data being stored, so I can exchange my to-do items back and forth, certainly while I'm testing. To change that folder, for example, over to my temp folder on my Linux machine, all I have to do is set the folder to temp, and now I can create an archive of my main or global database into my temp folder, as well as select number 2 to overwrite my entire DB file and therefore preserving all of my integral primary keys so as to simply pick up the way we've started without losing a heartbeat whatsoever on all of our numbers. The very cool feature, however, that I wanted to share with you today was option number 4, where we have an auto archive feature, which allow us to toggle the copying of our DB file into our archive location simply by toggling that backup capability on and off before pressing 5, of course, to return to our file management menu, and now pressing 8 rather than 7 as we used to do before quitting our program. We'll now have the magic option of copying our DB from our global path over to our local file, or in this case our temp directory, so that we not only have a copy or backup copy of our data, but more importantly, if we put this database on a shared folder, or certainly in our folder that we have backed up, in my case daily, we won't have to risk losing a DoMaster database if something goes horribly wrong. If you'd like to learn more and hone your professional programming skills for Python, feel free to take a look at the free and open PyQuest project over on GitHub. And if you're interested in in-depth discussion as well as source codes to demonstrate each and every one of the first 100 beginner, intermediate, and advanced concepts, feel free to take a look at the book on Amazon.